Fate and Oops, though. They're going to be on the attack first. GoHard's going to be defending these 2 cap circles on his screen or kill them all. Run out of time. Works as well in their favor. Lineups is the most interesting part. Always on Prokhorovka. Oops, triple bot, 4 IS7s. GoHard, triple 5A, IS7, T100, double bot.
T100 again played here in defense. That's a tank less when it comes to fight. Yes, he can actually effectively kill off a botchat when he's in reload, and he can damage the I7s in the flank and back. We've seen that done many times. So actually, after the buff, that's not a bad pick. I7s are now more used than VZs lately because of the sturdier turret, better cooldown and so on, because VZ can be pended at Commander Hatch. It looks like it's going to be a fight from the start.
Both teams moving towards the eastern side of the map. The 4 I7s and double bat from Oops is going there as well. Instantly, the reaction comes out from Oops. They're like, we want no business with GoHard on this side of the map.
Very interesting, because both teams decided we want no business on this side, and they're running away immediately from one another. So we are going to have a restart maybe, but will Oops actually play a double play and just... They just went back and then went on.
No, they're still over the other side of the rails.
Yeah, they went on the other side.
So GoHard relocating as quickly as they can. Oops doing exactly the same thing as them as well. They're sending creators to the hill with a bot. The other 3 IS-10s are going to be fighting in the middle. Nile, negative, moving across. They find Milosh, they find Raging, but not really going to be able to connect anything. Stefan, however, in that 5A needs to be careful as the shots are coming in towards his position, but he takes 2 non-connections from both Milosh and Raging.
This is a problem now. Actually, I think GoHard has an upper hand here, because if they aggressively push Forest here and Zafar sees these botchats on time, they will not have enough damage to deal with all the 3 tanks, and they might fall and then might lose around to Oops. This is something like Oops even lost the Prokhorovka first time where they were playing.
But look at Zafar already in the T100. He gets struck, he gets held, he's down towards a one-shot. Failware's not faring much better in his botshot. Oops with a smart rotation, already punishing this botshot move very, very heavily. Kamil still has 1 shot available, and so does Insane. Kaizus gets spotted out in the meantime in the back lines. He can't really go help Failware either. This will allow Kamil to get on reload already. Insane has 2 shots remaining. If they wait for another 30 seconds, that will mean that Kamil is off of reload. In the meantime, though, the middle fight is starting to break out, but who's going to get ahead of that one?
This is going to be a Dramalama, because Oops still has tanks on the hill that needs to join the fight. Once they join, any kind of possible advantage GoHard might have made will melt away. And it's melting away by the second, because the HP is already in Oops' favor, by far.
Here comes Creator, here comes Carol from the side. Kamil and Insane are on the run, on the move, dodging Kaizu and Failware. In the meantime, they've lost Coca-Collapse. Karol now pushing forwards with Deja, Milosh, and the rest of the IS-7s focusing out the lonely Stefan, who needs the support from his teammates. In the meantime, Nile negative, trying to get shots towards these Batshah, but not connecting. And only 4 tanks remain for GoHard, and a masterclass of Oops showing us how to play Prokhorovka. Is gonna smack GoHard out of control on this first round.
Brilliant rotations here, much better readout by Oops. GoHard tried to make an advantage, but it didn't work out, and sluggish response on the middle didn't help them either. Oops is stomping them by far, 9,000 HP compared to 2.3k, 5-2 guns. Favor and Kaizu stopped in tracks in the forest.
Yeah, Failware and Kaizu never got to make the play in that round, while Insane and Kamil got free damage on towards Zafar and blocked off both of those Batshahs from really doing anything. Then running away on time as well, making sure not to get caught out, and that leaves just both of those bats remaining. And a lot of HP on the side of Oops, 2 full HP IS-7s. I believe in miracles, but I don't think I believe in the 7th World Wonder.
I have a couple of complaints here for the GoHard side, honestly, because I expected them to really win that forest engagement, but I seriously didn't expect Zafar to drive over the middle of the field. I was expecting
he was too far ahead.
Yeah, I was expecting he will drive through the bushes all the time and emerge really to surprise them in one moment, if there is anyone there, and Batchats will be close so they can do the damage. This was like 1 by 1, and Oops definitely didn't give any respect to that, and I didn't even see, did they even miss a shell? Even if they did, it was a track shot. Like, that light is hard to hit, not the easiest one to pen, but they did a number.
All I'm gonna say is, I told you so.
But they didn't do anything too surprising. They just did a good play and readout of the map.
Doesn't matter, Mojo. I knew that they were going to do the good readout of the map.
Wow, your eyes are so sparkling now and of happiness because you guessed that they will win a round.
Guessed? Guessed? What do you mean with guessed? I said before this map even started that it was going to be one-sided. How can you say it's a guess? 9,000 HP, Mojo. 9,000. 2 full HP IS7s. That's not called a guess. That's called being correct. There's a difference.
That's called like a very accurate guess.
A very accurate guess. You wish. Now it's going to be GoHard attacking and Oops defending. Going to go any better for GoHard, Mojo?
In GoHard attacking side, let me see my notebook. Yeah, possible.
Possible. Anything is possible. Maybe you'll guess correctly as well.
That's the best we can do. But GoHard should be a bit more experienced here on their attacking side and on defense, technically. But Oops had a lot of time to prepare this Prohorovka. It was really lucky. So far, this attack readout was good as ever. They're really good offensive and attacking team. But on defense side, they were making some miscalculations so far. And I believe if they play it actually aggressive as this, they have no reason to fear because they're a faster, responsive team. Player by player, they're better.
Yeah, so let's see now. The sides have switched. It's going to be GoHard attacking, Oops defending. It was just funny how both teams were like, nope, and turning around.
It was a decent read, but they even saw each other leave. Like most of these tanks stopped and they started going even before they faded to take the other positions because they didn't want to lock themselves behind the rail.
I'm surprised that GoHard hasn't not switched to the IS7 meta yet that we've seen now in Prokhorov. They're still going for the 5As. The 5As against the IS7s. When they get pushed, they lose. They have nice alpha, but so does the IS7 and it has more HP.
Yeah, slower reload on i7, but still
More HP.
More HP
Armor.
and it has better armor.
So it's going to be a middle fight this time around. Both teams moving towards the middle. Who has the advantage?
Let's see. Oops has 1, 2, 3, 4 i7s, 2 budgets and a light. GoHard playing without a light on this side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 heavies. I kind of prefer Oops lineup. Although they have a light, it will give them a lot of info because GoHard tanks are split. So they should have the upper hand here.
Insane already getting the spot on 2 of the bad shots from Oops is very important in the T100. He's trying to run away. He takes a lot of damage on the run though. Camille's now going to start making his way around the guys. Decha is already peeking aggressive. Zafar is the first focus. Decha takes a lot of damage in return. Here comes the bad shots from the side of GoHard though.
Zafar is in a problem.
Yeah, Zafar is in deep, deep trouble. But here comes the bad shots and the 5As from the side of GoHard. They're starting to push over. They're trying to find the isolations. Geralf's in the back lines trying to do the damage. Decha takes a ton in return though. Milosh is getting pushed by these 2 bad shots and Annihilator from the side. Raging Potato is going to be the next one, and it looks like GoHard this time around has found a favorable engagement on towards the tanks of Oops.
It's still not done here. They have 3000 HP advantage here, but they need to capitalize it. They need to take one more tank. But Insane is already heavily damaged and he's a light tank. Creator will fall, and this definitely looks like a GoHard side of a battle. I don't like kind of this placement. The Oops had too many guns on different sides. Kerolf was really far off if GoHard just pushes in. And that's exactly what happened. I don't think those 2 bad shots, Camille and Kerolf, penned all the shots.
Kerolf penned 2.
Yeah, and I think Camille also penned like 2. So that
Feels bad, man, being wrong.
That's a core of a problem, but it doesn't really matter in this aspect. The thing is, I expected them to play much more close to the rest of the team.
And that leaves only Camille and Carol for a quick round here for GoHard on their attack. That will give them at least a good chance when it comes to tiebreaker.
This is a really fast round for them. That's why Oops player will try to buy every possible second. Camille and Kerolf don't really care about, I think, ESL Fantasy that much and our expectations there, especially since Decha is in my team, so I don't care. You can die immediately. But they will buy every possible second for their team to prolong the time that GoHard needs to kill them in that possible tiebreaker situation. And we will not have a 2-0 stomp on Prokhorovka. It's going to be 1-1. Passive play by Oops on the middle, letting them to take all the high ground and push into them, although they spotted those 2 bad shots on the other side. Also Insane taking huge amount of initial damage there.
Yeah, Insane and T100 taking a ton of damage, and it just leaves Kerolf. I had so much faith in Oops Mojo because I knew who they trained with, that's why.
Well, who do they train with? Can you tell us? What is the secret?
No, not gonna go that far.
Then you should not go even the first bit far.
No, because, you know, could be EL Gaming.
Oh, could
EL
be Yato.
Gaming is master of Prokhorovka, okay?
Could be Yato.
They're actually not doing that bad this season, to be honest.
No, they're not.
I
That's
think they're
why I
second.
mentioned them. Still, Kerov buying quite a lot of time for his team, surviving. And that initial fast game, as we thought, is melting away.
And it's turned into quite a slow game now for GoHard. I mean, it's going to be 4 minutes before Karov is pretty much dead, so
Even
that's
more.
good. That's good in terms of tiebreaker, at
Maybe
least.
not more.
It's going to be 4, I think. Karov trading with Failware. Failware should win this, but Stefan comes over the top, finishes it up.
6:04.
6:04, so 3 minutes and 56 seconds on their attacking round. Oops wasn't quicker, I think. They might have been, actually.
I can't remember what was their
I'm not
finishing
sure.
time.
But 1-1 on Prokhorovka. Neither team going to be too unhappy with that.
No, and interesting to see actually who did damage here. Where are you, Deha? Probably nowhere. He was pretty much one of the first guys to die. Ay, ay, ay.
I think he did at least 1.5k, not more.
That's like if he did 3 shots, and that would be the luckiest. Kerov and Kamil, as expected, the only 2 guys from Oops.
Yeah, but
that
look at
first
Kamil. 10
range.
shots fired, 2.3k damage. His initial clip was rubbish.
Yeah, I think, as we said, like both of these, I think they penned like 2 out of the first clip, and this is pretty much.
Still, the initial
how they
positioning
lost
was
it.
in GoHard's favor, especially because there's Miloš that they were just able to push on with 2 bots.
I expected Kamil will actually push on that VZ down and take him out alone, not do the long range sniping. That's why I thought they have
I feel like when the
position.
Insane spotted those 2 bots, they should have played something aggressive, but I guess with Karov being so far back, they couldn't. I almost feel like they should have tried to go for it, though. Just push up and over.
Yeah, also there is that Kerov being behind. I kind of have a feeling if he was next to Kamil, sticking together,
They
that
could
would
just,
be better.
yeah, they could just do the counter push themselves.
Yeah. So GoHard attack was faster, in case it matters, but none of them were that fast. It's like 4 minutes. 6 seconds difference. So if he actually decided not to trade with their guns, he would buy that attack round for themselves.
Well, maybe they can do it on mines, though, because it's going to be our next map. They're going to be attacking. That is Oops. Defending. That is GoHard. Lineups is the question. Is GoHard going to go for the aggressive defense or the passive one?
Really fast lineup here by Oops, fast lineup by GoHard. It's gonna be a super brawl in the center. We've already seen this 1305 played yesterday. It has above 390 average.
It hurts
shell
now. It really
hurts
hurts.
a lot. I played it actually a bit in random after I watched that match, and it's like a super buffed vehicle now. Like you can do in a tier 10 game easily 3k damage every game because you're fast, mobile, you see the enemy, you can do fast clips and run away. Like it's really brilliant vehicle now.
The hill is taken by Oops already. The bat shots in bushes, making Oops wonder if the flank is coming around, and then just IS-7 storming the center.
Yeah, there is only one problem with that 13, because you cannot kill a light one-on-one with that one. You still need someone's help.
Well, here comes the peaks, though, from the 113's creator, Miloš Kerov, trying to make the damage, but they are going to get out-traded so far by these IS-7s. Creator is going to be the first focus from the side of GoHard. They need to get behind this rock, and here comes the Super Conquerors as well. Niall and Stefan going to be playing those one. Creator peeking from the side. The bats are now spotted out as well. Who has the engagement favor right now, Mojo?
I would say at the moment GoHard for sure. They have the more HP, they are actually more focused, and they are annihilating Oops here.
Here comes the push from GoHard. Coca Collapse already down, but they're focusing out Karov and Creator. Miloš trying to back off. Those Super Conquerors coming into effect. Decha on reload, trying to get out of there as quickly as he can, but that TVP is getting shut to pieces right now as Stefan picks up Miloš, and GoHard coming out with a very aggressive play in the center, making it work and making it work magnificently. Only 4 tanks remain from Oops, and look at the HP. GoHard decimated Oops.
Oops is pretty much on their knees in this round. Their attack is not going to work, not even close. Failware is still coming out of the reload, but so is Insane. Kamil should do all 3 shots on him to make a difference here, but there is so many of other tanks here. They will have to focus Kaizu now. Sorry, Kaizu, but you're gonna take one for the team.
Yeah, Kaizu in the IS-7 knows that his days are numbered. Insane will probably pick it up. Nope, Failware picks it up before. That leaves Raging, Decha. That leaves just Raging and Decha actually as Kamil goes down. Decha soon to follow into the grave, and now just Raging Potato, the last remaining survivor from the engagement, trying to draw it out a little bit longer, but it's not going to matter much as Kaizu comes in with the double, and that is GoHard in 2 minutes and 10 seconds. on their defense, so it doesn't matter, picking up the win.
Completely counter here by GoHard. They let the hill go to Oops, like they almost expected. They will 100% push it. And they just took a sturdy setup that is not super fast, but fast enough to get there and to overmatch them
113
once they
versus
get.
I7 in the middle of mines. It's not
No.
something you usually win.
Also, they had a Super Conqueror with that new buff.
Two of them.
Yeah, with that new buff, but I saw only Nile play it, so I'm saying Super Conqueror. And they, with that new buff of -10 gun depression, plus buffed turret armor and everything, it's really problematic. Even if the game gets into a stall and they have to work around, they had a secondary solution in that Super Conqueror. So winning the hill for free for Oops was definitely not enough, because they could not effectively create enough DPM or firepower to stop those I7s.
That is true. Now it's going to be Oops' turn to defend, though, and GoHard's turn to defend. Do we expect Oops to do something similar?
I need to see a tank lineup, honestly, because I'm not 100% sure. Like, do they want to play that aggressive? Yeah, they can. We've seen them do it. We've seen them do it more than once and win their rounds on mines while defending through just pushing the middle. But also, I believe they can do something different if they want. Because if you have this kind of a fast lineup as an attacker, it's a bit of a problem to deal with the rest of the tanks then.
We'll have to see with the lineups if Oops is going to decide to fight or Oops is going to decide to park the bus like we have seen some other teams do. I really wonder. They might go for something similar. I don't know. I don't know with Oops sometimes.
I just hope none of the teams gets in some suicidal mood. But there we go. A mouse. 250 Bs.
It's park the bus.
It's park the bus tactics.
No TDs though. Like, only quick tanks, pretty much. Like, I mean, mouse is not quick, but you know, everything else. 113 I7, T100. Surprised that there's no like E3, E4, none of that nonsense. Is this triple bat gonna go straight down though? Ooh, if Creator and Decha are in position, they could make this hurt very, very hard, but I don't know if they're gonna be. Milosh is going to the island as well. That could be big trouble for these Bachas, actually. Milosh hits on the move. Failware, Kaizu, Stefan crossing over. No damage being taken from the other guns so far. The 50B is now trying to clip. They actually track Kaizu, but look at Milosh. He's already hold down behind Kamil. This is not something these Bachas can push.
We've seen this scenario before. It was done with VZ and the Lighted, and it was more than enough to annihilate Kazna tanks when they were playing against Oops. I7 is even sturdier. They will have to push around and deal with them, and they will take some damage while doing so by other tanks. Kaizu is on one shot. Failware should really take the price for this.
Failware should go down for this. Milosh is being clipped
Where
out.
is the
Can you get
cover fire?
Failware at least? No, Stefan picks him up. That's a great move for GoHard. Now these three bats are free in the 1-2 line. And what does Oops do to respond to this? They have to almost counter push the middle, but it's not going to work out.
This is a big throw from Oops here. Like, where was the cover fire on that I7 and Light? Not a single tank was ready for that. And now they will pay the price. They will probably lose the round, because this counter push on a hill, yeah, it might work for a start, but Bachats are already coming out to the reload. They will be in their butts almost immediately.
Look at the damage Karov is taking in that Bacha, though he needs to pick up Coca-Collapse, but he's not doing it right now. Finally, he gets a connection, but he's going to go down before Coca-Collapse. Ooh, can they actually get it? Nope. Safar picks up Karov. That's another tank down for the side of Oops. Insane will finish off Coca-Collapse now, though, and Negative will go down on the hill. Decha, in the meantime, getting clipped out by Failware, though. Stefan now coming into the fight as well. Safar hasn't dropped off. Stefan is going to get a free clip. Only 3 tanks remain for the side of Oops, and GoHard's going to make it 3-1 already before anything even happened, and that is, this time at least, in a very quick fashion. We're only 2 minutes in, and there's only 2 tanks from Oops.
Wow, Oops is playing an important match for them to be able to stay number 2, because Utopia is only 1 point below. I believe guys from Utopia are completely, I don't know, man, hilariously happy now at this moment. But there is still a long way to go in this match, and this is still the initial phases. This one, they're getting spanked, by far.
Yeah, Creator's now torn between the bats and between Nile. Nile's a full HP 5A, has no issue with that. Guys is going to push up now as Raging fired. Stefan still has plenty of HP to go around. Nile picks up Creator. Raging is going to follow him soon, and that is GoHard 3-1 over Oops. Not what we expected, Mojo.
Oh, this is faster than 4 minutes.
Yeah, it's 3 minutes.
Wow.
That's not what we expected.
No, this is not what we expected from this match, but this is what Oops deserves. Exactly like that and nothing other than that. GoHard is reading them by far. We can see that from the both of these games. These tank picks are really cool counter picks. Also, Oops did a really bad judgment call, abandoning Light and I7 to 3 butchats. If they at least killed one of them and they left them to 2 butchats, I would understand because that would be a fighting chance for them. But to leave them to 3 and then not to put at least butchat on someone on K4 to cover them in case of the push so you can clip them and snipe them. Like GoHard was well aware of that. They did a really fast reaction there, wiped them out, and look at this. Only Raging and Insane are on the top page, but the match was not even close.
Nope, that was a spanking. What else to say it? Well, that's mine's over. That means we're going into Himmelsdorf now.
Fast rounds, the way we like it, but we are going to Himki, and this is traditionally the map that Oops should be better on. I'm gonna say should, because they are supposed to be better on mines by far also, but we've seen what happened. This was rather quick job by GoHard on them, and a good morale boost for GoHard here, because now they can take it a little slower, and if they manage to play 1-1 till the rest of the match, that's more than enough.
Yeah, that's true. But it's Himmelsdorf. This should be Oops territory. Should be.
Well, we'll see. Will Stefan try to go with his 1-1-3 alone on the rail again, or will he take some backup, or maybe even a stopping point on the way? Because last time he played it like that, he got annihilated by Savage Squad, I believe, 2 butchats. Amorect him on the middle of the track.
Defense from GoHard. Stefan in the 113. The Type 5s are back. So are the E3 and E4. It's
Identical setup they played when they played against Savage Squad, except they didn't have E4, I think. They had 2 E3s.
I think Stefan this time might actually continue all the way down, because there's only one bat.
We will see, and we will see what will Oops do about that, because I believe they know how GoHard plans to defend this.
They should know. There's that. So...
Is 50B fast enough together to do a clip also?
One
Should
shot,
be.
I think. 1 or 2 at best. But then he needs to be careful leaving as well. I don't think so. I don't think they will go for that.
Super slow setup here by GoHard, but we've seen it in a previous match, something like that already. It can work, for sure. Stefan is finally spotted, but it does look like he will get clean.
Miloš got penned by Kaizu in the E3 onto that 113. That's a nice shot coming out from him. Miloš is not going to be happy with that.
Not the happiest moment here for Oops, guys, but that's just one shot, an initial shot in a game. There is still plenty of time to go. Oops. Oh, this is not the one they like even more. Camille is split in half.
That was a big roll.
By Coca-Cola.
That's a massive roll, actually. Puts him down to 942 HP. So, Oops already down 3000 HP, pretty much.
That's a lot of room to cover still. If they manage, we said, if they manage to make GoHard tanks rotate, they can win the round like that. If they lose some more HP on mobile tanks, it's gonna end up pretty much same as Uba game. We watched on attack on Himmelsdorf last time when they were lacking Anji entire game.
Camille's going towards the hill now. Niall's going to A5. Raging is on the hill. Coca collapses on the crossing though. He could smack Decha or Karov if they go towards the next one. He's not looking at that gap, I think, but the secondary gap in the 8 line. What do you think is Oops' way to break this?
Well, they will definitely have to work on the upper cap now and trigger it into the... But look at the defense of GoHard there. Like, they have 4 tanks there. It's gonna be a big problem. Like, if they know exact disposition of GoHard tanks, they cannot really push the 5 line because it's really well protected. You have Zafar who can snipe the middle, you have Coca-Cola who can shoot the middle, so that would be a loss of HP. So they can't get that cross angle. They would have to push from the 0 line and from the cap side and try to squeeze failware there. I don't see any other way, because crossing the rail would be suicidal.
Well, they're starting to cross the D line, however, with the mouse and the Type 5. Perhaps they want to push out 1-2 line. They could make it work right now,
They
actually.
could make it work if they're absolutely certain that all of these tanks are up, and they cannot be absolutely certain because they've never seen them rotate. If they know there is too many tanks up, they can, because Coca-Cola is obviously here the weak spot. If they manage to push him without the rest of the GoHard team reacting to it, yeah, they can make it work.
Zafar, what are you doing? Takes 1,000 HP and damage for that peak.
But also spots a rotation, and they still have a couple of thousand of damage extra to work with.
They do, but, you know.
It's better than losing Coca-Cola. I would say.
It's also true. I can agree with that. Stefan now gonna reposition because of that spot. Negative coming back as well to
And
reinforce
this is
1-2 line.
This is important. Both Nile and Failware are now spotted. So Oops should have a fairly good picture how are the GoHard tanks positioned all over the map. And where are they stretched, which is more important. They should know that Stefan is pretty much alone at the moment, and I don't know, maybe Bachat and 50B can do something about it.
Maybe. Zafar gets spotted out again, takes some more damage, loses his gun, loses his track as well. This might leave Decha with an angle to pretty much track him even. If he got the shot on towards that track, doesn't look like he did though as Zafar repairs. Raging lets off a shot as well, does not connect that one. They need to be careful with Zafar over there. They really need to be careful.
That's why they have Insane, who is pushing down. I believe the main attack will be here on Stefan. If they manage to take Stefan out, they can make some kind of a domino effect on GoHard and pressure them from multiple angles, because they have a lot of slow tanks, as we know.
Well, Creator and Kamil are going to join over there, and it looks like that's going to be the push across the K-line like you said, Mojo.
I think they are actually really preparing for it. Stefan is already running away on time, and I think he is really in good position to defend himself yet.
Negative is holding that corner. Stefan is indeed in a good position. They just trade with each other. But here comes the push from Oops, and we shall listen in with them and see how they're going to do it.
130. Isn't better to leave 50 because Bachat is small.
Ifar shot.
Yeah, I'm
He's
going.
like down there.
I did one Zafar.
I need tell me when.
Let's go for the 1-3.
I will not go because I have
Wait for me
1
to take some shots.
Yeah, I'm not spotted still.
And then we
Tell
can
me
go
when
for
5
Stefan.
shots.
Why not going behind me with those two tanks?
I am. I just need to wait for the side 5 to shoot.
What about Kamil?
I will not go, I want to KHP. I don't want to die.
I hold Daniel.
I'm
Did
going. Creator. Go with
Should
me.
be-
Tie
Need to
5
pressure
shots.
this.
Ifar will
Shot.
go away. Ifar shot. Dawaj.
Okay, I'm going.
They're rotating.
I'll shoot them in there.
They might collapse on us.
Go to the house. Kamil, you have to
You
fuck
can start.
Strike. Full clip, but I won't have enough. No
I
more.
shouldn't die here.
I'm reloading.
Kamil has to go to kill him then.
I think we need to go back.
It's already gonna come.
Because they're pushing for tanks.
Shot.
Kill him. Bachat will kill him.
Be careful from the type, Gabriel.
Watch out, E4.
Go back, Kamil. Go back. Tie. Go side.
I have 10 seconds.
Can you finish this one free?
10 seconds. You'll be safe. Can you shoot them maybe?
Że będziesz tutaj na pomoc jak push na nas.
I'm gonna get fucked.
Jeżeli push.
Can you finish, Stefan?
No.
No, he's just playing trash. I'm playing trash.
Can't you go?
Kamil, are you proxy spotted or not?
Yes.
Wait, I'll go kill him.
1-1-3 need to go
I
here and
have
kill
no
him.
angle.
No, I can go here and kill him. He's committed.
Can you stay safe?
Yes. Yeah, I can stay safe a bit.
I will finish him.
Dawaj. Milosz ogień. Why are E3?
Problem is that we cannot
Why
do
are
anything
E3 not
really.
going here, man? Because they're all like back there.
I
I
can
will
see
just
his
try
right,
to
but
pick 5
I was playing from
getting
kill.
spotted.
I will reload.
We have only 2 minutes.
2 minutes.
50.
We don't have any time. We need to play aggressive with this tank here, we need E3 here. We need 1-3 to go then aggressive here.
not playing in that window.
Okay, so come there.
They're playing super fast.
Can also
They might cross
I
back
think we can
to
actually.
something. It's their
Can also-
issue.
We don't make a move anyway. That's me.
Yes, go, go, go.
I was
If he
taking
kills
right
Kamil,
now.
you have to pick and kill him.
I'm gonna join you.
Mm-hmm.
He's
I'm
not,
gonna
he's
join
not.
you.
He's not given, I guess.
He pulled
Yeah,
back.
but I can
Nothing
also-
window. Nothing window.
You need
Then
to
you
pressure
have to
this.
join
Go,
them.
go.
I'm coming.
Camille,
There's
you-
nothing window there, all towards this. Kevin needs to go straight. Wait. We
We'll
cannot
go
wait,
down.
actually, we cannot wait.
I will go down.
We don't have time to
No.
wait.
3. Like 5.
There's the
Yeah,
mouth
there's
here.
mouse.
Yeah, there's mouth. Nee, weg
I
gelijk.
Guys,
I will go there. I will go there.
Raging.
They are and get off your shield shoulder at some point.
He's still here, I'm swallowed.
Nile is open though.
Maybe go so far.
Raging.
Didn't know.
Jeszcze go
I
zabić.
maybe go so far.
Nie blokuj, nie blokuj, nie blokuj.
So lucky.
I'm playing total shit, I'm fucking triggered.
Should be able to finish Kaizu.
I didn't misplay.
Yeah, Mojo, there's some misplays there on the K line. They needed to kill Stefan, but it took them so long to actually get him.
Insane took insane amount of damage approaching there, ended up on 800 HP, I believe. Stefan played it out really well, preserved his HP all the time, and from the trigger moment from Prokhorovka you thought would happen, we are actually on 4-1 for GoHard. It's not yet in reality, but yeah, it's about to happen.
It is indeed about to happen as just Raging and Camila remaining. If they killed Stefan quicker, man, Insane doesn't die there. A lot of things are possible, but the way it went, Creator took so much damage for that. I mean, could have gone a lot better. Now Raging, that E3, that hurts, man. That hurts to watch even.
Oops is really getting their asses whooped in this match. We've seen it already, like recently when they lost 2 matches in a row to Ding and Kazna 5-1. And it was a spiral downwards, and it doesn't look like it's that much better against GoHard. Not even a slightest what I expected from this match at the moment, but this is how it is, and now we will see actually Oops on defense and GoHard on attack. So there is still a chance for them to come back, and there is whole another map to come back, but I don't see Oops coming victorious from this
I don't know,
match.
I think they could have won that if Insane doesn't die on that crossing. Creator was full HP and then he wasn't able to clip out Stefan. Stefan made him pretty much a one-shot in return for that. And Miloš had to come over as well. I think they lost at least a good minute and a half on that.
But why didn't they keep like a budget on someone on that Miloš position all the time so he would shoot Miloš in the butt whenever he peeks back, and he did it multiple times.
I don't know.
Some slight mistakes there. And we said, like, if that 1-1-3 falls down where Stefan is, that's like a domino effect for this defense. So there was a high chance that GoHard would then lose. But in this kind of scenario, Oops lost so much HP on a start. GoHard did a good defense, slow but good rotations later, and they won the round rather easily.
Yeah, after that, there's not enough time left. They tried to go 5-line, GoHard grouped up and annihilated Decha and Karov.
They predicted every move because
Yeah.
it was really super logical. No more
There's no
choices
other
left.
option.
No more choices left.
Well, at least Oops gets to defend now, so they have that going for them. I want to see if they defend like they did yesterday. Be interesting.
Let's see the tanks, I hope.
I mean, with those double type 5 going around the courtyard, not
Yeah,
doing
yeah.
much.
But I hope they will not do recycle bin tactics like Savage Squad, man. You saw how that how that ends up.
Yeah, that wasn't that great. But yeah, Oops on the defense now, 4-1. They need to pick up 3 rounds in a row to then even go to tiebreaker. If they want to win that, it's going to be difficult for them. Kari Barry back in the lineup here for GoHard playing the mouse. And Oops, double type 5s, 113. It looks the same if I'm not mistaken.
Looks really same, yeah. I'm just watching the next matches at the moment and comparing. Oh la la. The last match of the season is Utopia Oops.
Maybe even the most important one.
And Utopia is playing the next one against Ding. I bet Oops at the moment is hoping to come back into this match, or at least Utopia to really slip on really big banana against Ding.
Yeah, I think so too. Stefan crossing the 8-line straight. He needs to be careful because there's going to be a double type 5 hit squad that's going to be crossing over. If he peeks anywhere, they're going to be very happy to say hello to him.
West Camel is hitting on. Aha, he's spotting on there, okay. Peculiar place on a map. What's going on here?
I guess he's just spotting for his team. Ooh, Gerov takes a big shot. That is Coca collapsed with the E4, getting a connection. That's a hard shot, but GoHard seems to be hitting all of those today.
Today is the day of the GoHard. Today is the day they will try to take that magnificent third spot, which will require more than their perfect place, to be honest. Everyone else has to pretty much flunk it. But so far, they're doing well. This is a GoHard we were expecting on a start of the season. A bit late, but better than ever, because even in playoffs, it will be quite needed.
Care of just destroying some trains as Creator and Insane are starting to make their way back. Creator gets ammo-racked in that Type 5 as he tries to find an angle on towards negative. Gets the better of him in that Type 5. They're going to have to be careful because the entire GoHard team is starting to come down the 0 line and the 8 line. They'll just about make it back in time.
Kerry Berry and Zafar are slowly pressing here, and they will have an E4 as a support and the budget. So they really want to commit to this side. There is nothing else to say about that.
Raging is making it back just in time,
Why
though.
is Camille still on the rail, sitting on one spot? Is he trying to spot the 8 line from? I would really like to see his perspective.
He's just spotting the 8 line. He's sitting in the open. He has spots on the 8 line. He can make a shot or two as well. Yeah, he has binos.
Yeah, he has binos. That's what I was actually aiming to see. So he's far enough. Heat ammo. Okay, he can go through this, at least, as long as you don't hit that center pillar.
It's an important spot there coming out from Insane. He sees the top of those turrets from those big, mean, heavy tanks. Raging will be in support. This is going to be a hard push for GoHard. Like, really hard to pull off because they're going to take a lot of initial damage coming off that hill.
Double Type 5 here behind the corner, plus an E3. A lot of commitment is needed there. Also, Oops has tanks that are close enough who can come and help them. So far, 3 minutes to the game. I wouldn't give an advantage to anyone because it will still... Shootout will decide who is the better one.
Well,
like how many shells you pen.
Here comes the 8 line move, however, for the side of GoHard. Already Annihilator taking a big shot of damage for that, but it's not the only angle that can be shot by the boys from Oops. The next gap.
Salvo.
Is there going to be a next salvo? Negative should take some damage here. Nope, there's actually none.
Wow, I expected actually that to happen. I mean, some damage on Nile, but never mind. Nile was pushed here as pretty much a battering ram for these two guys because they're fragile. VZ and 50B, you need those mobile tanks with more HP. Type 5 can survive with 50%, it doesn't really matter. So now comes the plan, part B of this plan, the push from the top of the hill.
Negative and Failware and Nile are going to be looking towards Creator and Insane. And this is going to be GoHard's move, and let's listen in and see how they're going to approach it.
Type me, sorry, if me and Mouse will pick from the right side, you need to aim from the left. So. We are picking up the U.
Я могу первый принять. I can take shot first.
They can go banana, by the way, guys. I'm not spotting it.
Yeah, if will take first shell.
They free can also go here.
Делай.
No one is here. No one.
No?
Then maybe they sit and aim this.
Yeah, can you start cap just?
We'd have
Well,
to
you might
be aiming with two.
We
Be a lot of damage, but yes, okay.
But you can together just we can shoot them back.
Guys, keep in mind they could be at this corner. I'm not spotting that.
Let's get there.
Double
I
check.
tracked one, tracked two, fair.
Нормально, еще выиграть можно.
Should I
Yeah,
stay
now
now?
just mouse and
Track,
mouse
nigga,
is
track.
going here to the corner and just start fighting at them.
Get there.
I'm hiding, I have 2 shots left.
Creator.
I might take another shot.
Second reload.
Двоечка просто выйдите,
I tracked.
начните драться.
I'm on reload.
You can just together going to the corner, ignore his and just shoot type.
You spot?
They can even take shell
I have 20 seconds.
Guys,
don't die, guys, focus on the...
Okay, we're going from behind.
I'm spotting 8
One is
line.
reloads, who stay on the B.
You need to try and pressure from the front. Keep in mind the mouse could peek any second from this corner.
Nigga, need safe, need safe.
Did the 2 types have shot?
Second, can you do second?
One type has shot. Now he's reloading.
I'll keep going after shot.
Mouse behind.
Nice behind, he shot me.
Double
Let me go back.
Two tanks in south.
Just push here on this three if you can.
They will push banana,
We don't have enough.
they will push banana.
Stuff.
Ow.
We don't have enough to push mouse.
But we can just stay.
One of you is pushing banana now, he will be in fight
Guns.
soon. They're both banana.
I'll have 2 shots for 115.
I can stay fairly safe here.
I'm going to the one that's reload right now.
Did the batcher shoot anything?
Tracked him.
We need to try to finish this 3.
I tracked 114 again. He repaired.
On days 3.
114 has no repair kits.
So
I'm
can
gonna
you push
reload.
from other side to 3?
Yes, yes, I can.
Just kite inside and save from the type, guys, if you can. Or someone who can even aim.
I will finish the 103. I will finish the 103.
But near you, Stefan.
Batchet -1.
Are you aim?
Yeah.
I think
Seth,
Mouse
can you pick
will
Mouse?
go inside.
Yeah, I will take the shell. I will try.
I have 5 seconds.
I'm reloading.
Mouse
No,
going inside.
Mouse will be here, I think.
Batchet is 2 shot.
Ah,
Mouse went
he's
back.
fine. Okay.
I'm Oscar there. Hmm.
Can you just run forward?
To where?
Again, and after that, this rig will going to shoot you.
So what, you just wait here and I try to outplay Kami a little bit? Or
Yeah, you need. I will, if we can pick from here, we can try to do something with Mouse. Ну, конечно, опять. Mouse reload now.
You can also try to shoot the mouse.
You wanna
Pipe is on
push
the
him?
8 line. Okay, nice.
Ты видел, что это за эмоджи было?
What's their budget HP?
600.
2 shot. The
Came
one who
you,
shoot
came
me.
you on the Mouse.
Can you open?
One if you KD, one if you KD.
Both D3
Oh,
started.
they
From
shoot
the
it.
side, guys.
They're
Shoot,
both
shoot
in the
from
5 line.
Nice. I have 10 seconds.
I have 2 shots. Falling back.
They will push us. Fail, just run from here.
I'm on reload.
I can maybe shoot one to the Mouse.
Stefan, are you okay with
Mouse KD, yes.
Batch is shooting me. Seth, can you back off? Back off.
Yeah,
Shoot me from back.
I can aim.
Minus
I
2
can aim
bad. I'm safe.
Some seconds. Few seconds.
Да, он уехал за флажом.
I'm running now.
Can you go cap? They need to cross to you again.
We have 2 minutes 30.
Yeah, with double Z need to do it.
Coming.
We need to be able to kill them after.
I don't have
Like,
HP. I can go here and I can aim.
This is 3
Он
me.
туда.
Я понимаю, чувак. Типа, надо как-то их контролить, иначе просто вперед запушит.
So to put VZ on cap here. And
Yeah,
what?
and we need to aim him.
Could you cross 8 line? Or could you cross this far?
Oh, it's too risky. Like Moss could have.
Oh, I
Yeah,
think you
ready.
can't because E3 must aim.
Can't kill the Batchet here.
Yeah, just control.
E3's not aiming for. Look, he can't see you from there.
Can I cross? Are you sure?
He turn. You
I
don't
think so,
destroy.
yes.
Aim to you.
Oh, let me.
Oh, I can't cross. Like he can shoot us, but no.
Oh, there's the mouse.
Nice.
Mouse, get there. No, don't
They
cross.
push you. They will push.
And this
I will kill the
spot me.
Batchet, I will kill the Batchet.
Nega, can you go back?
Нега,
No,
съебал,
no,
съебал,
Yeah,
съебал,
yeah,
съебал.
I can try.
Can you all run just on the 50
sure
and
if they
double Z? Try to run and stay on the first if you can, if it's possible. It's 40 seconds, it can be even enough.
I can't kill the Batchet actually.
I'm going to you, Stefan, just control.
Oh, we will need to cap.
Yeah, if you go.
Yeah, we need
Help the rest and I will try to kill him.
We need to triple cap, no?
Stefan, wait me, don't die. 1 minute will be
Like what, do we need to cap or do we
He's
kill?
going in the open
We
now.
need to finish, we
Stop,
need
he's
to
going into
finish.
the open. Nice. I have 3 shots.
We need to peek here. Saf, is it safe in 5 line?
No.
Can you wait for me to reload? I'm reloading. I have 32 seconds.
Я делаю, чувак, ну типа.
Нет, ты можешь сюда посмотреть, ладно.
Так они проедут дальше вперед, хули делать будет.
And no tank on the left here aiming.
Yeah,
Они
Stefan,
точно
it's
так же
better if you
могут
will
назад
play from
сыграть.
here.
Okay. I will have full shots in 20 seconds. What's the HP?
Oh, 501 is
Last
3
second.
One is full.
This is almost full.
One is one.
But it's enough time to finish. We
You need to go now.
Saf, you need to just keep
Can
pushing.
you push me? Forward.
Yes.
No, 30 seconds not maybe enough. Yeah, they can all see.
Nobody here, they're all in the
Yeah.
corner.
Always, no.
Okay, finish the mouse.
He would need to shoot you.
C3.
I'll just take RNG.
Well, Mojo, close but no cigar for the side of GoHard as Decha and Raging remain alive. They will continue to be so as the time runs out, and that's 4-2, still in favor of GoHard. Why did they not go to the...
This came much closer than we expected actually, because we saw that moment when Kerry Berry behind the corner. We saw like GoHard pushing with mouse and E4. That was the good play they had to deal with the Type 5s. But then the E3s, Raging and Decha from that window, shelling on E4, then shelling on Kerry Berry, leaving him on 5 HP in one moment. Like I think he took like 2k damage in 1 second, like something
He
like
took
that.
double
Bam,
E3
bam,
shot
bam,
and a Type 5 shot.
5. Like he's really lucky to even be alive for that one, and that pretty much ended the game in Oops' favor. GoHard really did a good comeback, I would say, and there were some good plays. I mean, if Stefan managed to kill Favor earlier, I'm not even sure that would change anything.
No. Technically, I think they should have gone to the cap with the amount of HP remaining. Failware had to risk it and hope that the E3 wasn't there anymore, and they killed Camille. Camille should never even get close to losing that 1v1 against Stefan. That's nonsense.
He was not paying attention. He was watching the other angle.
It's nonsense.
Well,
But
his only
technically,
job should have
Failware
been
should
this.
have been, like, you know, taken the checking if he was there, because they're not going to kill 2 E3s with that amount of HP. It's just not happening. And the mouse as well, it's not happening, because they needed to kill Camille first, and then the tanks would be free. They should have gone onto the cap with 3 guys. Failware, Zafar, Stefan, and I
That would
think
be
they win the round then.
far better chance than anything else. But still, this was their team call. They're still on a match point. This is still a really great match to watch. And we will see a Sand River now on attack. We will watch Oops on defense, GoHard. By tradition, this should be a better map for Oops, but not by that much.
Well, they have to attack first. Double I7, STRV, and Batchats all around behind that. Rheinmetall, Panzerwagen on defense. For GoHard, Batchats, double I7.
If Oops wins this, there is actually a chance they will win a match, I think. Like, that's that kind of the thing. If they manage to take this round, there is a high chance they will actually come back completely and win the match, winning the next 2 rounds. But of course, if they lose this one, it's done. There is no more.
Well, Oops going for a normal disposition of their tanks. Milosh into the middle. Just Decha in the base. Raging going for the spot. It's going to be a long game. Coca-Collapse already taking the first bit of damage. That's from Decha and the STRV. He doesn't really miss those shots often.
This is important climb here. Not that hard to do, but sometimes people fail and lose the games because of that. We've seen it happen more than once, even sometimes in Clan Wars. And Camille is at least secure. Because from this position on F1, he can cover his teammates on the middle and on the other K line of the battlefield. On the other hand, GoHard here playing rather, I would say, normal. You can say it like that. Rheinmetall playing aggressive spot. We've seen Stefan play this position before, but Kazna really did a number on him, if you remember, with that STRV shooting HE loop rounds above the ridge.
Wasn't that Camille?
Pretty sure it was Isne.
No, wasn't it Camille up there? I think it wasn't Stefan.
You sure? It
I
was
think
against
I think it was Kazna Oops.
I'm gonna actually check.
Like 99% this time round.
You're actually right.
I know. That's why I said it.
God damn it.
The point still stands. Yeah. Insane told me that you can actually sit safe here, but Camille panicked and started moving around, and that's why he got shot down.
But Isne was spamming a lot of rounds because you could see just a fraction of a tank, and it always looked like exactly like this, like he's shooting him above the rock, like the shell was falling down.
Ooh.
Something like this.
There was a connection there. Stefan is not going to be happy with that. Karov lost his commander though in the I7. Ooh,
Is
that's
Stefan
annoying.
panicking now?
I think he is a little bit, actually.
Well, he's not spotted at least. Karolf is pushing here without commander. That means he has no medic. That's not something he's gonna be happy with. In any tank here, playing without commander, that's a big, huge cripple move.
Karov, is he going to cross over against Zafar? I guess he is actually going to go for that. Zafar, is he going to punish him? He should give him at least 1 shot of damage. Ooh, he doesn't connect it. That is not good actually from Zafar.
A lot of forces here by both teams gathered up for the upper push. We've seen Oops play something like...
I want to see the perspective from Camille or Milosh, if they actually have like the tiniest bit of angle or they don't.
We're gonna see that in a time, but this is something
He
that...
does.
Ooh, nice.
That's 1 shot from Milosh on towards Stefan. Is he? I think the top of the third is visible now for Decha. I'm pretty sure.
Ooh, coming in from Batchats now.
Yeah, but I think the top of the third is visible now from Decha's perspective, with Stefan having to drive forward. I'm not sure about it. Yeah, see?
Oh, what connections, man. Like, what connections are
One more
coming
shot.
in here.
He's going to load HE at one point. You can be sure about that. Because if he hits the gun, he's going to kill him as well, probably.
PCR.
And Camille picks it up. That's Stefan down and out. Apparently, you can't sit safe.
There is no safe option anymore there. Oops leading clean by 1 tank. Yes, Karov took some damage in and lost the commander, but it doesn't really matter. GoHard lost their spotter on the upper side of the map. But still, most of their other tanks are intact. They have a huge fighting force alive. But to dig out Carol from here, it takes a lot of commitment.
It's impossible almost. With Creator's position, they will be spotted. They'll take one shot from Creator, a second from Kerolf, and then if they don't push up, if they push up and over, then if there's a bot covering, they would take so much.
Yeah, if it is. But if they commit on other side of the map, it's going to be another story. But GoHard should be aware that Oops is now rotating on another side because they have really no business here. If they try to push over those ridges, they're just going to crash their teeth on a rock stone. They don't want that. They need to find another angle and do more damage on GoHard where they are not really numerous, and that's the lower side of the map. Now, Raging, Milosh, and Insane. 3 Musketeers going over the dunes there. Deha still sticking around the middle. I really hope he will have a good game because so far he didn't do much and I really need him to overtake you. You know that.
It's just mean, Mojo. These kind of talks are not necessary.
Alpha was doing a lot of damage, man. It needs to be balanced.
This I don't like, man. Look at Coca Collapse's position. If he doesn't run now, I think he's going to be in so much trouble. It's not even going to be funny. Like, I think they will just push him straight like we've seen before, done with the i7. He needs to run. I think he's going for it now as well. If
yes,
Deca,
here we missed the shell now, so...
Yeah, he should still be spotted. Raging should be peeking up right now. He goes unspotted. He goes spotted again. Milosh is peeking. Raging should be peeking as well. Can they give him any damage? Finally, a shot comes out. Can they give him one more? No! That's...
Still, that's from 100% HP on 1/3.
Oh, yeah, he took one shot in the beginning, but I believe he should have taken more for this.
And he did. Just
Never
now.
mind. That works.
That's a late payment.
The bill comes due.
This is the problem now. 2000 HP here, advantage for Oops. A gun more. Still, tactically, it looks like they're really working good number on GoHard at the moment. And they're ahead of
Counter
them.
push, A-line, incoming. You can see the disposition of tanks over there. It is Kaizu going there as well. Nile gets spotted out. Looks like it's going to be an up and over on towards the position of Kerov. Creator better get in position rather quickly because the push is coming out. Zafar takes a shot of damage in return though. But here comes the push. Kerov is trying to get up and around the corner. Can he make it out today in that i7? I don't think so. He's only needs 2 more shots. He does a lot of damage on towards Kaizu though. So they get Kerov. But what was the sacrifice for this?
I believe this is a good trade because now they killed Coca-Cola. They did a lot of damage on Kaizu. There's still 6 to 5 guns. And Milosh is now the next pressured here, but everyone from Oops is safe. Even Creator, who is here on this dune, is well covered by his team, and they're dominating the lower part of the map, which is super important. Now they can actually cap the pressure the cap with one guy.
They have complete control over this map right now. Kamil is back into the spawn area, covering off Failware and Kaizu. Nile negative, can't really run anywhere. The cap has started like you predicted. Deja speaking, he's trying to get a shot. Can't really see it, but there's that. The SRV is holding that, and if Kaizu and Failware push that, triple cap's about to happen actually. Oof.
This is because they're reading the move. They're reading the move from GoHard, that they're rotating with multiple butchers from the other side. They're already spotted by Kamil here. I think Deha should turn and do some shots on that side. Also, let's not forget Kaizu, who is pushing from that side, is not on full HP, neither is negative.
Yeah, and Kamil actually made the climb before.
That blocks them off 100%.
Yeah, he does take 2 shots of damage for this, but he is going to be the thorn in their side.
Those tanks are out of the game now.
They cannot do anything anymore. They have to push up and over. Zafar is going to have to be the one in his i7 to make the move because there's only 15 seconds remaining. That i7 is going to have to make a heroic charge, better than the Rohirrim ever did. That's for sure. Zafar is going up and over now. There's only 8 seconds remaining. Will he get the spot on time even? He's going for it. He gets the spot on towards both Milosh and Raging Potato, but they lose Kaizu in the meantime. There is the reset though. Time to abandon this cap, boys. Finally, the cap gets resetted though, but why is Zafar on so much HP still? Hello?
Because there was no one shooting him except an IS-7 in that moment. They abandoned the cap, so the damage is coming in. Zafar will last another couple of seconds, and that's about it. So it's gonna be hit and run tactics now. GoHard has 2 minutes to play hide and seek on this map and try to run away from the 6 Oops tanks.
Well, there's only 3 tanks remaining for GoHard and Failware and Negative. Failware can't do much. Negative's already getting pounded by Creator. Gets a bad shot, gets another one. Down to 52 HP. Cap has started again. 55 seconds. Plenty of time for Oops to actually close out this round. To be honest, they have plenty of bodies. Failware's still locked on the other side of the map. Annihilator, he might get 1 reset, but Negative, if he peeks, he dies.
Negative can't even shoot anymore because he has a dead Amurek. And it's pretty much as the length of the cap. So it leaves Nile and Failware. Negative cannot spot anything. This is a down round and Oops is back in the game with a bang, man.
Camille winning the 1v1 in the meantime to pick up a triple kill. Nile getting pushed by Deja. Creator coming over as well. Nile can do some more damage, but it's not going to matter much as that IS-7 gets wrecked from all different kind of sides. Deja going to put one more in. Creator will get the finish probably if Deja doesn't reload first, but it doesn't matter as 7 seconds remain on the cap. Deja gets a double. Somebody's smiling next to me. Negative just about came off reload, but it doesn't matter as Oops pick up their 3rd round, and this is tiebreaker territory.
This is tiebreaker territory by far, unless GoHard pulls something out of their magic hat, and they've done it today a couple of times. Oops will do a defensive round on Sand River. So far, their track record there is magnificent. It's about above 80% win rate in defense, but it doesn't really matter so far on a lot of maps where they're supposed to be far superior. They lost the rounds. So GoHard still has a match point and this chance to win it, because if they lose this next round, they're gonna go to Murovanka, and we already said that's the permaban for them. They didn't play it a single time this season. I don't think they trained it much, so they're gonna have to face Oops, who has a good track record on it, played it a lot of times. That will not end well.
Well, Oops needs to win the next round first, which is going to be them on defense on Sand River. GoHard on the attack. Now, I don't think they're going to be climbing anybody on A8.
That position proved to be far less than good.
GoHard has to attack. We've seen them attempt this multiple times. Mixed successes, to be honest. But I believe Oops should be able to win this defense. At least if it goes to Murovanka, I think GoHard gets to the side-to-side.
GoHard 50% in attack, 83 for defense in Oops. Even last time when GoHard was attacking against Oops when they met first time, but that was a long time ago, different meta. It still didn't end well for GoHard, but at least we witnessed a lot of good rotations between those two.
Yeah, that's true. I want to see what Oops goes for in this round, because they're not the kind of team that scares away from doing something risky. The lineups usually tell us a lot what they're actually planning.
Let me see, a lot of budgets.
Wow. Wow, Mojo. You're so smart. Honestly. Oof.
Oh, I'm almost psychic, man.
Double I7, Patton, 4 bots, 5 AI7.
So Patton.
Same lineup pretty much from GoHard on the attack as Oops had, just an I7 instead, 5A instead of an I7.
Yeah, and Deja is playing Patton here, no light for Oops. They do not want to go to that. Obviously, knowing the weak spot of that position, they're really not gonna risk it against GoHard. So sturdier setup by them. At least they will have 7 tanks to fight with for sure.
I wonder if the T100 could get up there. I mean, it is a lower profile tank.
But is it usable? Yeah. It's just a matter, can he climb himself or not?
Milosh and Raging, they're making a trap. This could be wonderful, actually, thinking about it.
Oh, Camille taking already some damage here on the start.
Where was he even to take that damage? I don't think he took a shot, mate. I think he just, like, fell and took 300 HP damage.
There is no way someone shot him from GoHard.
That's what I was thinking.
He fell from this.
He fell from this and took 300 HP damage.
Yeah, he's trying to do a solo boost. I guess that's how it happened.
Yeah, he is. He's trying to do a solo boost, but he hasn't made it so far yet, though. This is a complete trap from the side of Oops Mojo. They're hoping that they're going to push the lonely I7. Which is not as lonely as they might think he is.
Shark attack.
Haha!
Will GoHard fall for it? Will know rather soon. They have a lot of tanks positioned exactly for this. And if it happens, it's going to be a huge brawl. 2 butchats from Oops are helping that I7, plus Insane, who is really close. Deja in position to do a long-range shot. And, well, I believe that last I7 and Camille will not be that far away from the battle. Creator is actually actively luring them to come and get him.
Yeah, Creator just sitting on that June, hoping for the bad shots to come after him. The thing is, it's a 4v4, but Oops is in the advantage because of the fact that they have just a surprise factor.
Surprise factor is for them. Creator is actually going down in the ridge. This might actually sell their play.
He trades,
nice
though.
trade here.
He trades on the move. He actually gets the favorable roll as well.
This is a super hard position now, but I believe that it might actually deteriorate GoHard not to go there, because now he's in that hold-down position. It would be really hard for them to smack him, and they might start suspecting there is something fishy going on here.
It also means it's going to be very hard for Zafar to actually get out of there.
Zafar is really stuck here, but he can walk away. A bit scratched, but walk away. But Creator here in this position, this is a really superior position.
It's completely
Actually
hold
brilliant
down.
position.
We've seen bot shots in here before, but an IS-7 is a lot harder to actually kill.
It's a good position for any kind of play, man. You can use this even in clan war. Like, you can hide the tank there and just surprise an enemy while you're defending. Good play.
Collapse trying to find an angle onto these bot shots, but he will see nothing, as Kaminen and Insane are completely shielded from that area. Now, what does GoHard do with this? Like, how do they respond?
Well, they first need to know where are the rest of the tanks. If they realize it, they might try to pin them with numbers, with pure numbers, because Oops still has a couple of guys on upper side of the map. And they would not be able to really counterattack with Insane then. But in this moment here, when that I-7 would be there, I would actually rotate tanks and push on the upper side of the map.
Doesn't look like that's what they're going to go for, though. Unless Failware... Nope, Failware is going to go join them south. 4 bot shots, an IS-7.
I don't know.
I don't know how I feel about that.
I still think like they can take so much damage, and if they lose a single tank
They
in that
need
push,
to cross through the... Like, they will take... If they go for Raging and Milosh, which they don't know they are there, keep that in mind, there's 2 bot shots that will cover. The first bot from GoHard, dead. If they go for Creator, they need to drive through the dip. First bot shot, dead. Second bot shot, pretty much dead. Third bot shot, wishing he was never born.
yeah, third bot shot will call for the friends that are already dead, and that will be a dire prayer. I-7 in that position, really hard to dig out. Almost impossible without RT.
Well...
we're gonna see soon.
Ooh, this is gonna be interesting. Kaizu, negative, Failware, Annihilator, Zafar.
I feel like we need the Ride of the Valkyries to hear in the background, man. Like, that would be epic.
I can't sing that, but you know, you can imagine it.
You
Here
can do
comes
it. Dun, da, da, dun,
Ooh,
dun,
Zafar
dun,
already
da, da,
getting
dun.
tracked on the way over. That's the double bat clipping. Here comes Kaizu, negative, Failware, and Annihilator. They're all going to push on towards that position. Creator knows that he's in trouble now, but here comes the bat shots from Oops. They're still waiting on that corner. Double bat going for Creator, while in the meantime, the double bat now from Oops starting to clip out. Negative in his bat shot is down and out. Kaizu is down to 870 HP. He needs to pick up Creator, or Creator will pick up him instead. He does, but the fight here, it has to be going in favor of Oops right now.
It has to be going, but GoHard is still there. There is with 6 guns compared to the 5 of Oops, and Milosh might fall down. He's in reload. The biggest problem here is Zafar on his single shooter. He can still do damage on these Oops batches that have to run away. Coca-Collapse is also really close, so they're actually in the problem now. While Oops has only Deha and Carol, who are coming from completely another side of the map.
Coca-Cola picks up Milosh now, and in the meantime, Stefan and SDRV is running away. Insane actually takes the hold down position. He's now off of reload. He's going to pick up and over. He puts one into the back of Zafar, doesn't connect, is now repositioning towards Failware and Coca-Cola. So far, GoHard ahead. Another shot from Insane that doesn't hit the target. Insane still trying to do what he can. Raging Potato peeking from up, but he was a full HP bot that is no longer alive at this moment in time. The shots are still coming out. It's a 3v4. Stefan in the SDRV now getting rammed and held by Kerolf in the IS-7, who's going straight for him. This is a hard play actually for Kerolf. Need to be careful here. In that IS-7, trying to find the SDRV. Why is he showing his bum?
Strange play here, like, but first to Stefan, it doesn't really work out, but Kerolf is trying to get in some different position. Deha is farming damage from the upper hold-down position. STRV is down. Insane has 2 shells. But the biggest problem is Deha. Deha can do the damage to them, but they should finish off Insane, and then they should have the game.
Coca-Cola hits Insane on the first shot.
For free.
For free. Insane's now down towards the 1 shot. Coca-Cola is going to peek up and over to try and finish him off. Can Insane get at least 1 more shot of damage? It would be crucial. Does Coca-Cola find an angle? Does he have a shot? He does! It's a 2v4 right now, and there is still a lot of time left here for GoHard, but not a lot of HP on these bad shots.
3 minutes to go, but there is a lot of rotation here in them. They can fade, they can run away, they can get different angles to Kerolf and Deha. There is not much options here left for Oops. I believe sloppy shooting would be the best description of what happened on that corner.
How does GoHard approach this one now?
Split budgets all over the line. and then press someone to the center, see where they are. If they're far away, press number 1 cap. If they are not, just get angles because you have 4 guns compared to 2.
4 guns in the game for just 2 from Oops. The cap has, well, will start in a few seconds with Failware.
There you go, Kaizo going on left, Coca-Cola taking the middle. As we said, Failware is preparing himself for the cap. He's a guy with enough HP to sustain at least Deha's shot.
Ooh, Kaizu versus Deha here. Deha, if he can win this trade because of being hold on. If Karov is in support, ooh, Deha gets spotted out by Coca-Cola, so that's not good.
And Kaizu knows it, and Deha has no idea the budget is there. He can just guess.
Nope, Kaizu should win the 1v1 here against Deha. Deha gets spotted out. That's Kaizu comes in with the first. Deha didn't expect it. He's going to go down. That's Kaizu with the triple. And it just leaves Karov in a 1-on-4 with 1 minute and 47 seconds to play for. It looks like GoHard has just about done it. Karov misses on towards the position from Kaizu as well. Zafar's coming from behind. And Mojo, it looks to be GoHard. It probably will be GoHard as Karov just about comes off reload. Either Coca-Cola or Zafarchik will finish him, and it will be GoHard picking up their victory 5-3 over Oops. As Karov is surviving a little bit of shots here, it's not going to matter much. Kaizu with the multi-kill. GoHard pick it up 5-3.
Karov, the bullet dodger here. Well, stats aside, who needs stats? GoHard proved us wrong here. They took Oops here against all odds that we expected. In really good fashion, surprised them on a couple of the maps. 5-3 for them. I would say less important points for GoHard than for Oops in this
they're
moment.
still going to have to play playoffs.
Yeah, but still, you're playing for more money. Every position on ladder brings you more money. And of course, there is a chance to get in a different opponent in a playoff if they play hardcore enough till the